Happy Pura Vida Tuesday. It's Cody with Pura Vida Pythons. We're coming at you the Tuesday before Christmas, so safe travels to everybody out there who's got to travel for the holidays, and I hope you guys have a good time. Big shout out to Black Market Reptile Society for the awesome beanie, super quality. I've been wearing it all winter. Really cool guys. Met them, I believe they're based out of Virginia, but they met them a couple times at the last couple reptile shows here in Myrtle. So really cool. Love the beanie. But yeah, like you guys saw in the caption of the video, 5 interesting rat facts you probably didn't know. And if you did, here's a refresher course. Rat fact number 1, rats are extremely social animals and should never be kept alone, whether feeders, breeding feeders, or as a pet. Rats should never be kept alone. They are extremely social. Female rats will actually take care of other female rats young, even if they aren't nursing at that time. You can actually switch them to her litter or where she could have a litter, and she will nurse them and take care of them. Very social, very intelligent creatures, and we always house at least 2 females together, bare minimum. If we have to switch pups around, we've had success switching pups around to where either just for whatever reason we've had to switch them around. Other females will pitch in and help raise those rats. And they're pretty active tonight because we'll throw in a little side fact. They're nocturnal as well. So here we are filming at night and they're a little more getting after it. During the day, they're usually laying down, chilling, nursing, eating, getting some water. But at night like this, they're super inquisitive. They like to rummage through their bedding and stuff like that. But yeah, interesting rat fact number 1, very social animals. Rat fact number 2, rats breed non-stop, which is really good for us for producing feeders for our clients and feeders for our snakes. So, some facts about rat breeding. Rats' gestation typically takes around 21 days, and then they will give birth to a litter size of around, typically 12 is the average, but it can go from anywhere up to 20 plus to on the lower side of around 5, depending on their breeding age. And crazily enough, the night they give birth, the rat will go back into estrus and can get pregnant again that night. We typically try to do our best to avoid that situation, to give the moms a break, because if they get pregnant again, the litter they just had will not be weaned by the time the next litter comes, depending on if we don't feed them off or sell them or anything like that. So babies are just going to struggle. An unmanaged pair of rats in the wild, given the fact that rats become sexually mature around 4 to 5 weeks of age, starting out with 2 rats could easily go over 1,000 in the span of a year, which is pretty crazy to think about. Rat fact number 3. Contrary to popular belief, rats are extremely clean animals and will spend 2 to 3 hours a day grooming themselves. And we typically clean our tubs about every 5 days, and they really seem to enjoy the fresh bedding they get like they're doing now. This bedding's a couple days old, but they like to get in there and tunnel through it and stuff like that and have a good time. But these are some female breeders we are growing up that have come from the opposite rack, and so they're coming along nicely, and we'll eventually go over here and start their breeding cycle soon. Rat fact number 4, rats are colorblind and have pretty bad eyesight. So they're not completely colorblind. They can see a few shades of green and blue. But for the most part, they see the world through black and white. So we're gonna do the rest of this segment in rat vision. So due to their color blindness and poor eyesight, that's where their whiskers come into being really handy for them. They use that to kind of navigate the world a lot more than they use their eyes. They have a good sense of smell, but even with having bad eyesight, they can remember faces and memorize rooms and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Rat fact number 5. There are over 60 types of rats in the world. The most common being the brown rat, or the Norway rat, and the black rat, or the roof rat. We work here with Norwegian rats. We also have ASFs, which are called African soft fur rat, but they're actually not rats or mice. Maybe we'll get into that some other time. But these rats can come in varying shapes and sizes, from as small as this to as big as this. Alright guys, that wraps up this week's video. Hope you liked it and hope you learned something new. If you did, let us know what you learned in the comments, and we'll see you here next week on Pura Vida Tuesday. Peace.